Close. Michigan coach Jim Harbaugh speaks during his post-game news conference after Michigan State's 14-10 win on Saturday, October 7, 2017, in Ann Arbor. Video by Nick Baumgardner. Free Press columnist Jeff Seidel offers observations from Michigan's 14-10 loss to Michigan State on Saturday night in Ann Arbor. Michigan's Jim Harbaugh was outcoached by Mark Dantonio. The Spartans came out aggressive, and all the credit has to go to Dantonio, MSU's 11th-year coach. The Wolverines couldn't do anything on offense and made countless mistakes, turning the ball over 5 times, 3 interceptions and 2 fumbles, and the blame starts with Harbaugh. Michigan's top-ranked defense was shredded by some clever Spartans play calls in the first half. One play in particular seemed to sum it up. In the first half, MSU called a fake reverse screen pass to Madre London that gave MSU a 143 lead. It was a thing of beauty. It was so wide open, the MSU blockers were looking for somebody, anybody, to block. Photo. The Associated Press. Meanwhile, some of Michigan's play calling was curious, to say the least. Michigan opened the game with a machine-like, 16-play, 64-yard scoring drive. 5 players carried the ball for the Wolverines, and they averaged 3.9 yards per rush. The drive fizzled in the red zone when the Wolverines abandoned a run. A couple of incomplete lobs to the end zone forced them to settle for a field goal. After such a machine-like drive, it was curious that the drive was left up to a pair of lob balls. Close. Free Press columnist Jeff Seidel and sports writers George Sipple and Nick Baumgardner break down what happened for Michigan in the 14-10 loss to Michigan State on Saturday, October 7, 2017, in Ann Arbor. Michigan QB John O'Korn has to take care of the ball. If he doesn't, Michigan is in a heap of trouble for the rest of the season, or as long as Wilton Speight is out with injury. ESPN. Wilton Speight likely out for a year with 3 fractured vertebrae. O'Korn threw 3 interceptions on Saturday. On the first play of the fourth quarter, in a torrential downpour, O'Korn fumbled the snap. But he made it far worse. O'Korn scrambled and threw a horrible pass, and it was intercepted by MSU linebacker Joe Bachie. It was O'Korn's second interception of the game and Michigan's 4th turnover. Later in the fourth quarter, O'Korn overthrew Ian Bunting and was intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It should be pointed out that O'Korn struggled with interceptions at Houston, where he threw 34 touchdowns and 18 interceptions before transferring to Michigan. Wolverines doomed by turnovers, penalties. A holding penalty by Karen Higdon wiped out a long touchdown pass. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty by Devin Bush gave MSU a first down in the red zone. In a short time, MSU quarterback Brian Lewerke scored a fantastic on a 14-yard TD run, where he dove into the end zone. Late in the second quarter, Sean McKeon fumbled when he was stripped by Justin Lane. The turnover killed any hope of a scoring drive at the end of the second quarter. Close. We look back at 5 of the biggest plays from Michigan State's 14-10 upset of number 7 Michigan at Michigan Stadium on a wet and wild night in Ann Arbor on Saturday, October 7, 2017. Video by Marlo Alter, Detroit Free Press. Watch it. Michigan has a lot of work to do with its offensive line. Michigan's offensive line seemed to collapse under pressure by the Spartans. Michigan was sacked 3 times in the first half alone. Some of those sacks were because receivers weren't getting open. And sometimes, O'Korn seemed to bail too quickly. The Wolverines ran the ball 21 times, but gained only 43 yards in the first half. Michigan's defense did all it could, making some adjustments at halftime. Michigan's defense played outstanding in the second half. The Wolverines were getting stop after stop. But the defense kept turning the ball over. Download our Wolverines Extra app for free on Apple and Android devices. Close. Michigan defense lineman Maurice Hurst speaks to the media after UM's 14-10 loss to Michigan State on Saturday, October 7, 2017, in Ann Arbor. Video by George Sipple.